You're listening to the 419 Grind Podcast, Toledo's source for exclusive news in music, business, sports, and entertainment.
Yo, Tempest.
What's going on?
What's good?
What's that?
What's good, man?
Life, baby.
Yeah.
So 419 Grind?
Right.
Can't get no better.
Right. So we finally did it.
Mm-hmm.
Finally launching this thing after, I don't know, like actually years of talking about doing this. I've been doing.
I know I've seen it for years.
Yeah, like I've been.
And now that I'm sitting here.
Putting it out there for like at least 2 or 3 years.
Now that I'm sitting here, it's real.
Yeah.
I said, wow.
It is real.
419 Grind Podcast.
Right. So the idea about the 419 Grind, obviously, if you don't know already, is to support or kind of like bring to the light of artists of Toledo or 419, anybody in the 419. So it don't have to be just Toledo.
I'm glad someone's doing it.
You know, somebody's got to do it.
Facts.
I mean,
everybody watches from the sideline. Everybody should do this, that, and the third, but nobody want to put the legwork in to make sure it happens.
Right.
But that's why 419 Grind's here.
Right. Because I figured, okay, I've done music before.
Mm-hmm.
I've done graphics before.
Mm-hmm.
And I've done, you know, we had a record label back in the 2000s, early 2000s. So
right.
I've done all that.
You OG
so
in the game.
I've done marketing. I've done all this stuff. So this right here, 419 Grind, is kind of like the combination of everything that I know how to do. I'm not doing it for other people, but I'm doing it for other people.
Okay. I felt that.
So, yeah.
See, I realized what you were doing, too, because as a fellow graphic designer, engineer, marketing guru, etc., I saw everything pulling together. I said, oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah, you're doing what I'm doing.
Because before I was doing Project 360.
Mm-hmm.
That's my original company, Project 360. That was just like, you know, we do music, we do graphics, we do everything.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like project, whatever project you need. But I kind of like faded that out.
Yeah.
I got away from the graphics because there was this guy named Tempest that was like no, seriously. I was like, okay, this guy is serious. Because I had no other competition. Okay, there was Everlasting Muhammad. He did flyers or whatever, but you know.
You know, Muhammad hired me back in the day to do his stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's how I learned about you, from Muhammad.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, I know. Right. So I was doing stuff for Muhammad too. When I had my own stuff. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't tell people that.
That's crazy.
I didn't tell people that I was doing work for Muhammad too. So he hired me. He was to call me, okay, I need this logo done, I need these flyers done because I'm overwhelmed. I can't do all this stuff. So yeah, I did some of his work too.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And then there's RG Designs. He does a lot of stuff. So.
He's cold.
Yeah, he does a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, with raps and graphics and everything. Like he does a lot. But you know what? I think that's just our nature when it comes to
everybody's dope.
Right.
But people don't know how to compete here.
You know what? They feel that if I'm doing something, nobody else should do it.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been to New York?
Have you ate fast food?
Right.
You got McDonald's and Burger King.
Burger King, yeah.
I'm perfectly fine with a Project 360 Studios and a Top Star Imaging right across the street because you're going to have your people.
Right.
I'm going to have mine.
And people used to ask me about that. Like, I have my own feel. This is my look. Right. My flyers are going to look that way because that's my style. And Tempest's flyer is going to look that way because that's his style. Mm-hmm. There's no competition.
No.
Even if there is a competition, there's no threat. That's what it is. There's no threat. Competition is always good, but there's no threat.
But that's the thing, though. Like, people here are either one breed or another breed. It's full-blown entrepreneur. I don't care what everybody else is doing.
Right.
Or let me do that because someone else is doing it.
Right.
And then let me get mad because I'm not as good as they are.
Right, yeah. I never got... Right. You know, the only thing I did get mad about was when somebody came out of nowhere and started doing graphics for $10 or $15 a flyer, and they sucked.
Ass.
I hate
say
it.
ass on the grind?
You can say whatever you want to say.
Okay.
No, but I hated that because you're charging people $10 and it sucks. It's ugly. That flyer is ugly. It's nasty. Like, it's dirty.
Yeah.
That's a dirty flyer.
Man, and that's the thing. It's my mindset, Jesse, has always been when it comes to business. If I'm gonna be in business, I'm gonna be the best version of me every day.
Right.
You see what I mean? And there's just so many people in the way. You in the way.
Right.
You garbage. Like, I get it. Everybody has to have a side hustle, but come on, man.
I don't knock anybody's hustle. I don't knock anybody's grind because I'm all about promoting people's grind, actually.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna do it.
Right.
Do it the right way. Look good at doing it, because I don't want to be in the same category of some guy who's just doing flyers because he has Photoshop on his laptop.
How many graphic designers do you think actually pay for the Adobe Suite every month? Like,
let me see. I still pay for it because I use it.
I just had to pay
because I use my own. I do my own flyers for my own stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I know you pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
Muhammad, he probably pays for it too if he's still doing I don't know if is he still around?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had him do my bags recently.
Oh, okay.
I got the drawstring Tempest Van Gogh.
Yeah, because he's
bags.
doing other stuff too.
Yeah.
Like the signs and Yeah, so I'm sure he's paying for it. I'm sure RG's paying for it, but that's it. I don't know how other people are even. How do they get it?
Man,
like a pirated version of it?
Yeah, like you can
still do that?
You can still get versions like Photoshop CS.
Oh.
Because
yeah.
That's the one I was using on my MacBook. I've got 3 different computers I design on. Depending on where I'm going, I use one.
Right.
And what client. So if I know I've got something coming up from this client, I'll take that with me. But on that one, I still had CS. And I didn't pay for that version.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
I mean, I had CS, and I didn't pay for CS.
Yeah, it's not as good.
Oh my God, it's a big difference between CS and CC.
Leaps and bounds. And the biggest advantage for me is having Premiere Pro now.
Oh yeah,
the animated game is.
I don't even use Premiere though. Like I use After Effects though. After Effects, like all the effects that you see on my intros and stuff for the video. That's After Effects.
Oh, that's nice.
But then I import After Effects into Final Cut. Final Cut is just I learned Final Cut from I didn't learn it from him, but watching Nick Amri.
Oh, he's nice.
Oh yeah, he's the best.
Oh, that's nice.
But watching him like in his videos, I'm like, what do you use? He's like, Final Cut. What? Like it's simple. It's so simple to use, but it makes it look so professional and so good. But you have to know how to use it though.
Hey, he's one of the GOATs.
Oh, he is.
That have come out of here. His eye is just.
Yeah,
you know how someone's supposed to be in video and photo?
Yeah,
that's Nick.
Yeah, like that is him. That is his second nature.
Yeah.
Like his eye for photography and video.
Yeah.
Is like the best I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like even outside of Toledo, like he is one of the best. And he's traveled. He's been to California. He's been to Denver. He's been to Florida, like doing work there, and came back to Toledo.
Now, why you say that? Let me ask you this: do you think somebody's got to get out of Toledo?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
It depends on what it is, though. What it is that you do.
In what field do you feel people have to get out?
One of them is our field. Like honestly, like if you were in New York and Atlanta and LA, you would be well off because of what you do.
I know.
I would too, because everything that I do, I don't brag on myself at all.
Right.
But everything that I know how to do, if I was somewhere else besides Toledo, I wouldn't have to work another job.
You would be paid what you're worth.
Right. But because of the city that we're in, we don't get paid what we're worth, like at all. Like honestly, like, and I don't fault it. I don't complain about it because I'm still here. I'm still here because of my kids, though. That's the main reason why I'm still here.
Yeah, see, I'm trying to get back to Florida for mine. I just kind of feel like this, like when it comes to a skill set, it's just if we could escape the crabs in a bucket mentality.
I know.
Like, man, he's dope. Man, let's help him win. No, we don't do that. See, that's the difference between us and Atlanta. Because all them boys were working together for years.
Look at it, though.
Dungeon Family,
right?
And all them guys were around
and
a long time.
That's the thing, though. They all had talent. They know who had what kind of talent and what they all knew how to do.
Right. This guy was good at that. They brought him in. That guy was good at this. It's just, people got to understand, if you're not good at something, hire someone that's good at something you're not.
No, they won't do that.
Because they want too much control, but they've never really I ran a business in Florida. I had 40 employees. A lot of people don't know that. I needed to have delegation in place in order for that to run effectively. Yeah. I had to hire people that were good on
What comes with that, though? What comes with delegation and you not having to watch over everybody's back? What comes with that? Trust.
Yeah. And this isn't a trusting city.
It's not.
But why? Like,
come on. Because you know what? I don't think it's not. It's about forgiveness, though, because people make mistakes. I've made mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes. And
you think it's greed?
That's part of it, because that's part of the culture as far as Toledo, though. That's always been the part. Look, last year, 2 years ago now, because it's 2020. But
it is.
I went to New York. Well, first I called Jimmy Jackson about doing some stuff like a basketball league. And one of the things that he told me was, there are going to be people that you trust and that you've known for years, are your friends, and they're going to screw you over. Mm-hmm. And then you're going to be the one that takes the fall, because you're the one putting it together. Yeah. But everybody doesn't see that, though. And the reason why he said that, because it happened to him multiple times in Toledo, where he's put together the car spa and the basketball court that he had on Manhattan, the hoop. So, and other business ventures that he had here, Jackson's downtown before it was Our Brothers. Mm-hmm. He had all this stuff and went into business with other people, and they screwed him over. So that's one of the reasons why, you can't. I mean, he doesn't come back and do business here anymore, and you can't blame him for that. But I've done business with people here, and I've been the one to take the fall because I trusted the other people.
Man, this could evolve into so many different things right now. It's just like we could go into, like just basic ethics. What makes a person tick, but all these different things could be dissected, and we could sit here and say why. Right. But the whole thing is crabs in a bucket.
Yeah, because
let that man win. Right. If he good at it, or put him on a catapult.
Or it's not even about let that man win. We all can win, because 10 years ago, when we were doing graphics at the same time, we could have just said, "Hey, Tempest, hey, what's up, man? I do graphics, you do graphics. I got a company named Project 360. You got a company. Let's come together and merge this thing, because we can grow. We can actually grow and teach people what we know, and they can be our interns, our employees, and this thing can actually grow into an enterprise."
Facts. But it's not going to happen,
because
like
it could have happened like that, because me and Amani Latif, who was one of my business partners when I did Project 360, he was the one that came to me and said, he had his own thing. Yeah. He came to me and said, let's do this together. I'll even drop my name. I'll drop my name. I'll just join Project 360. I'm like, what? So he's the one that gave me that mentality to join, and we should all come together because we have the likeness of a enterprise. Why not do it? Yeah. We have the means to do it. Our overhead at that studio was nothing. $300.
Oh wow, that really is nothing.
Nothing, like basically nothing for the space that we had, and we could have went. The sky's the limit where we could have went with that.
Yeah, that's another conversation too. There's a lot of studios here now.
It is.
It's the same way as like we were talking about graphic designers earlier. Right. Engineers are the same way.
Right. Yeah.
I think I only know of maybe 3 or 4 studios that have an actual booth. They charge.
What you mean? Actual booth? They don't have
actual booth.
Like a room that's considered a booth, or they do have
yeah. Where you go in, where the whole thing's padded,
Right.
and you shut the door behind you.
Only a few? How many?
Only a few out of probably there's a lot.
What?
Yeah, a lot of people have this setup where they'll have the microphone with the audio shield behind it.
Yeah,
that's all you really need.
You do, but we had the studio, we had the room, the mic, and the shield around the mic in the booth.
Yeah, that's how I have mine.
Right.
I have a full-fledged booth
Right.
with the audio shield around it. But if you have your room set up a certain way, like in here acoustically, that would be fine.
Right.
Because the acoustics are controlled. You can hear just based on the reverb above.
Yeah.
But that's the way most of the studios are. So guys like me who produce records, CJ Mack, who produce records, Magic Wand, that help you produce the record. All these guys that have been engineering and they're dope, have the real setups.
Right.
You know, and they know how to make that song, but the guys that have a laptop, a mic, and an audio shield, they're charging the same amount.
See, that's
quality.
Great. And CJ could
get out the way.
CJ could charge $75 an hour.
Man, CJ could charge $250
right, exactly.
an hour. Like CJ gave me a lot of feedback on my mixes. Like I let him hear the Yeehaw record.
Right.
He's like, oh yeah, this, and this needs to be fixed. I was like, oh, I bet. I appreciate that. You know what I mean? And I was like really close to having him send it over, but I have control issues with my own stuff.
Right.
Segue. But CJ, like, he should be paid $250 an hour. Like,
seriously,
he's
like,
industry level.
He is industry level.
And the guy been doing music for longer than I have.
He's learned from the best.
Yeah.
And right now he is the best. Like he's been the best for years, but right now he is the best mixer, engineer, producer, vocal producer in the city right now. Mm-hmm. Like nobody can touch him, and it's been 20 years since he started.
Knows it.
Yeah,
he knows it too, and I'm perfectly fine with saying it for him because I think a lot of the pioneers don't get enough credit here.
Right.
You know, and I never want to be the GOAT in anything. Like I just want to be, that dude was dope.
I did want to be the GOAT though, for real. Like at graphics
now, man, I could do a fire flyer in 15 minutes.
You can.
Like,
I'm sure you can.
I want to be the GOAT when it comes to this music stuff.
Right.
And it's just like I put the time in, time, and that's another reason why we got the mentality. People don't see how much work people put into stuff.
Right. And
they sit there and
now. Why is that though? Like, why don't people think like I had an interview with DJ one time. Mm-hmm. This was 2000, maybe 15.
Okay, bet.
Maybe 16. I don't know. 15 or 16. But he's on the website. Interviews on there or on YouTube. So, but he was saying that people don't put in the work like they used to. Mm-hmm. Like Tracy, he puts in work. Mm-hmm. He puts in work as far as like his branding.
No, you don't even know.
Oh, I know.
No, you don't.
I know.
No, like
I'm saying
Tracy will call me and he'll be like, "Bro, I'm about to come drop or pick up this hoodie." I won't see him till the next day. Sorry, bro, I fell asleep with the kid in my lap.
Right, that's what I'm saying. This dude
man
works.
Work ethic is ridiculous.
Yeah, I know. You know, he's like, you know how hard Kevin Hart works.
Oh yeah.
Tracy is like the Kevin Hart of Toledo as far as work ethic because he has his own brand. Mm-hmm. He has his own team. Mm-hmm. He has his own job. He has a job and he has his own music and he takes care of his kids. Like he is like, yeah, he's juggling all that with no problem.
I don't know how. Sometimes.
And then there's people that, okay, I got this album that I'm putting out. I'm gonna go to the studio, but I don't want to pay for it, so I'm just gonna go and buy Fruity Loops and do my beats on there and record in Fruity Loops and put it on a flash drive and then take it somewhere to the library downtown and mix it myself. And then I'll cut my overhead, and then I'll just upload it to iTunes when I'm done. No, that's
sounds about right.
Yeah, that's what they do. Mm-hmm. And they put it out there like I got a CD out, I got a single out, or I got a single out. I went to the studio, I paid for all that, I paid for mastering, I got a single out, and it came out January 15th, right? My album is coming out January 30th. Does that sound right to you?
Mm-mm.
Why?
Not enough timeline.
Right. Why?
You don't have space in there to market it.
Why do you put out a single at January 15th and then your album's coming out on the 30th?
See, I do stuff like that though.
But why though? Why do you do stuff like that? That shouldn't be. If you put a single out on January 15th, let that single go for at least 3 months.
Needs to. But here, my type of artistry, see, like I just shot a video and I just dropped an album. I dropped the album before the video came out.
Okay.
I've dropped 3 albums in 9 months.
That can happen though.
Yeah.
You dropped 3 what? Mixtapes or albums?
Albums.
Oh, okay.
Albums.
Okay.
Vigilante is all albums.
Okay.
But me, it's quality and quantity.
But
I try to do something people don't do because the way the game is set up now, Jesse, with the social media platforms and the streaming platforms, people will hear one record. That's why I do a record like Yeehaw, and then I'll do another record like Take Me to Your Leader, because a guy will hear that and be like, oh man, who is that? You go back and you'll hear the whole catalog.
Right.
Russ, for example. Have you heard of Russ? He got a single on the radio right now.
Right.
80% of his catalog, I don't mess with it. But he's got so many songs where he's been able to reach and identify with different people.
You think that's
That's why the game is what it is. People are trying to get content out so quick.
Numbers.
Yeah.
But are those numbers paying though? I know, because understand it's different when you actually Chris Brown, you put out a single and you're gonna get 1 million downloads in the first 6 months, right? And you don't even have to put your album out for 9 months,
right? He's Chris Brown, though.
Right, but I'm saying, like, okay, Tempest puts out a single, and then that single could be out for 9 months, and you get 9 downloads.
Right.
Okay. That single's, I'm not even gonna worry about that single. I'll put out another single and see if that hits.
Well,
but if you put out 10 singles or put out a whole album in 3 months, and then put out another album after that 3 months. It's about numbers. Like, okay, streams. I can actually go to one of my albums that we put out in 2009 and play it on my iPhone that's here and let it play all day. And let it stream all day on my phone that's here at home while I'm at work for 10 hours. And then 2 weeks later, I'll get a number from CD Baby saying that, okay, you got $20 worth of streams last week, and they'll send me a check. Just because of numbers. Are you? I mean, I'm just saying, like.
No, I mean, it's all facts. Like, everything you're saying is real, and I know that people literally have jobs.
Right.
Where they'll literally just sit there and run a program on people's Spotify's and stuff. Like,
oh, really?
Facts.
Oh, I don't know about that.
You remember MySpace, right?
Yeah.
All right, back in MySpace days, I actually knew 2 people that bought this software. That, like, literally, I'm like, how the hell did they go from like 10 plays to 1 million plays?
Yeah, I remember that now.
Yeah,
Okay,
and I was like,
how do you got so many plays?
Yeah,
the song is not even that good.
Right. So they would run this software and it would add friends and all that.
Right.
It was crazy.
I remember
they have
that.
the same stuff now. It's just you have all these
for
people.
Spotify?
Yeah, all of it, bro.
And you get paid for it. That's
like,
I don't want to say that's terrible, but that's somebody's
It's like
hustle,
literally,
right?
I pay you $50,
right?
And then you do whatever you do, and then I get 10,000 more plays on my Spotify.
What?
Or 10,000 followers on my Spotify. Like,
so what's the rate as far as Spotify stream? Like, what do they pay?
Oh man, it's like
0.1 cent.
Let me put it like this. I just checked my streaming numbers for Vigilante 3, and I already have like 1,700 streams on it.
Okay.
It's all right. And I made $9.86.
Off 1,700?
Yeah.
That's not bad.
No.
That's a good number, though.
That's why it's all about numbers.
Yeah, but why do you only do Spotify? Why isn't it?
It's on every platform.
iTunes?
Yeah, it's everywhere.
I've been looking for it.
It's the only place it's not right now is Google Play.
Okay. I mean, I think I don't know if I found it on Apple iTunes. Let me look for it now.
Yeah, that's the first place I look. But it's just the way the game's set up.
So you're in my recents. Tempest Van Gogh.
Oh, very interesting. The plot thickens.
Oh, there you go, right there. Okay.
Yeah, it's there. Because I was talking to one of my buddies the other day. He's like, yeah, I don't see it on there. And I was like, let me see your phone. Typed it in. He's like, oh. I was like, I don't know. Maybe it's just a magic wand that I installed.
Maybe because you're here now that it works. I don't know.
Yeah, okay. I don't know.
But I got it, so.
Yeah.
I mean, I already had 2. Vigilante 2 already on there. So.
Oh, Vigilante 2 is crazy.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's just, our city is different.
It's just,
I've never lived in another city, so I don't know what the other struggles are in other cities.
They're really the same. It's just, I don't know what it is about people, like, being in a marketing background. Are you familiar with the 10-80-10 rule of marketing?
10-80, yeah.
10-80-10, like the first 10% of people are early adapters.
Right.
Then the next 40% of people are influenced by other people's buying habits and decisions. That's called Jones effect.
Okay.
So my job, okay, let's get back to our conversation, and this will be a good segue. So we're talking about content. Like, why do you drop a single and then 2 weeks later you drop an album?
Right.
People got to realize that law of averages is in effect, that 10-80-10 rule is in effect. I got 288 views on Yeehaw right now. It's been out 3 days, and I've been marketing it like crazy.
Right.
More equals more. So people need at least 60 days to properly market something. 60 days. Okay. That's free game.
Right.
So me, I don't care, because Vigilante stuff to me is all throwaway, but it's still fire. It's just dope content constantly. Now, the way I'm doing my marketing scheme now is I'm tying them all together, because it's the whole story. I'm a comic book geek.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Vigilante literally is a comic book series. I see. Hell yeah. I just said I'm a modern Marvel. I'm uncanny.
Right.
In this verse I just dropped. But hold on, I lost my track of thought. Yeah, you have to have 60 days to do that. And so the way it's working out now, I had a guy down in Atlanta. He gave me some free game. And this is for everybody. He said, number one thing labels look at right now are your Spotify streams.
Oh.
They can see your Spotify streams.
So if they're looking at you, that's what they're looking at.
They're looking at your streams on Spotify. They're looking at how many followers you have on Instagram. Literally, they're looking at how many followers you have on Instagram.
Right.
And if you're doing music, and I'm guilty of it too, it's trying to figure out how to organically grow a fan base.
That's hard, man.
It's difficult.
It is.
But that's where people don't want to spend their time.
Right.
That's where we lose here, because we have great music. We have great artists.
Right.
We've got some legendary artists here.
And I go to like people's pages.
Pause. They don't want to spend the money on the marketing.
Right. They want to do it themselves, right?
They want to do it themselves, because there's a difference between a hashtag and a hashtag at 3:15 p.m. when you're trying to attract that demographic.
Right.
Huge difference on Instagram. And that's why social media managers like me were starting to really, really build and really get a lot of customers, because we do everything people don't know how to do, but it's simple. People just don't want to spend the time researching it, figuring out, okay, this is my demographic. How do I go about hashtagging? What time do I put up these posts? What do my posts need to look like?
It's different.
What's the content? Though. It's so different.
Like 5 years ago, even 2 years ago, Instagram. Like, I grew the 419 Grind page. I probably deleted it like 20 times, but it was it had some numbers.
Yeah.
But that was 3 years ago, when it was easier to get followers, easier to get likes. You can post a picture with one hashtag and get hundreds of likes. Now it's different because of algorithm, how they changed it. Yeah. Because Facebook bought Instagram, so now there's an algorithm. You got to pay for likes, basically. You got to pay for likes. But somebody who knows how to fight those algorithms and know how to hashtag during those certain times, like you were talking about, you can still get those. Yeah, but it's hard work. It's a lot of work now. And
a lot of people don't want to wake up at 4:30 a.m.
Man,
for the most important update of the day.
Right. Yeah.
Now, like, I've got a client down in Fremont who's a DJ. and I do his social media management. And his followers respond to quotes.
See,
They respond
Right.
to quotes, like, or they'll respond to a picture of him. We'll put up a fire flyer. He'll get 7 likes on it. Post a picture with his people where he drunk. He got 50 likes. Like, it's just the way
you know what?
the culture is now.
It's different because, like, I don't know if you noticed, like, when you put up flyers, like 5 years ago, your flyer would be shared and liked by thousands and hundreds of people, just because you you didn't have to put any kind of caption on it. But now, it's different. You can put up a flyer that's the best flyer you ever made. Oh, this flyer is dope. I'm about to post it. 2 likes, 1 share, 10 likes, 3 shares.
You're mad. That's what it is.
No,
like,
it's not.
Don't be angry at my flyer.
No, it's not.
People mad.
Is it because everybody's doing flyers now?
I don't know what the problem is.
Because if you post a picture of yourself, a picture of you and your son,
Right.
oh, you're gonna get 300 likes, 10 shares.
It ain't about me. It's about him. They liking him.
Your son, right?
My son's handsome as hell.
I'm just saying, like, I
Right.
mean, that's what I post my kids.
Right.
They get thousands of
They
likes.
be the worst dad in the world. Take a picture with their kid. All of a sudden,
Right.
boom!
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh, he's popular now. Like, what?
So
I know that guy
but you
in
know
real
what?
life.
You could. I don't want to say use your kids, but that's popular now. Like, kids are popular. People, a kid can get a YouTube channel and be a millionaire just from being a kid. And there are kids out there with $1 million YouTube accounts. So.
Yep. Man, you know, I saw my half sister. I found out she sings, dances, all that. She's got over 100,000 followers on Instagram, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. How old is she?
26 now.
What?
100,000 followers, dude.
You know what? That's crazy.
Yeah. And I'm like, you
Wait
ain't
a
even
minute.
good.
Wow.
And she a hater. I'm a hate on her just for hating on
I mean,
me.
Instagram is
Man, the whole and here
is weird.
people don't understand this too. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram all have the same hashtag system now.
They do. Yeah.
Because if you type in hashtag vigilante on YouTube right now,
Right.
you know who's gonna pop up?
You?
Me.
Yeah.
Because I hashtag
Right.
certain reason.
Oh yeah.
But I'm still dead about that 100,000 followers. Like,
But you know what? It's because Instagram is so crazy because Instagram is a woman's world. It's run by women. Because I know a girl. I'm not gonna say her name. I'm not gonna say her Instagram name. But you know, she's a nice female. But she doesn't have any. She's not like a talent.
she just looks really good.
She looks good, and she has over 80,000 followers on Instagram. She doesn't sing, she doesn't dance, she doesn't do anything. She just looks good and she's funny. She's not a comedian though. She's from Toledo, but she doesn't live here. And she has 80,000 followers. 80, there's probably more now. I haven't checked, and that's just the Instagram world. I don't know what it is. Like I can't get over 1,800 followers on my page.
Right. Like, I've shot my girlfriend in the face with a Nerf gun in slow motion. I can't get more than 250 views on that. Like,
Right.
And that's hysterical.
Right. Right. I mean, that's just
It's the way it is.
it's today, right? But you got to use that though.
Yeah.
You got to use it. You got to find a way to use that platform, even if it is your girl and putting her on up. She's the face of Tempest Van Gogh, brand ambassador.
Right. People use your assets and resources.
Right.
You got a friend that's real cool, but like, hey, would you mind doing this video for me?
Right.
Like, people so afraid to ask, but they so quick to get over on people too. It's
Right.
just like, if you want a favor, just ask. It's just, that's another thing.
Yeah, let me get a flyer, man.
Yeah.
Let me get a CD cover.
Mm-hmm. And like,
Oh,
man,
wait,
I'll look out for you. Did it? Oh, okay.
No,
I don't need no more promo, sir.
That's exactly what it is. Oh yeah, I'll tell my people about you.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't need your people, man. Because if you're not paying, your people ain't gonna pay either.
Nope. And I don't want none of that.
Right? Oh no.
Now, if someone pays me $350 for a logo, send me all the friends you want.
350?
Bro, I be texting sometimes.
I mean, you got to text. I mean, because that's what I was trying.
I start at $150 a logo.
Man, look.
If someone don't want to spend $150 on a logo, we don't have anything else to talk about because I'm not going to spend 4 hours of my time doing 3 different looks.
Right. Oh, see, look. I had this guy who on a Monday,
The Jaded Graphic Design Hour.
right? I had this guy on a Monday. He was like, "I need this logo by tomorrow." Or no, I'm gonna say Wednesday.
Right.
This is Monday.
They gave you 2 days.
I need to have this logo done by Wednesday. I need your best work, and I got $100. I want 3 different looks for $100. Can you do this? I said, no.
Right.
I'll pay you $100 right now. No, I can't do that.
I'll take it as a deposit.
Yeah, that's the only thing it is.
Right.
For $100, you want me to 3 different looks? Actually, my pricing says for 3 different looks, 3 different revisions, along with those 3 different looks, you get the PDF file, you get the PNG file, you get the AI file, and you get the Photoshop raw file.
Right.
For $400. I'll do that.
Sounds about right.
No? Okay, well, bye. I didn't need your business anyway.
Well, it's not that. It's just I really think people just think we hit a button. And it's
Remember
like,
that post that
yeah. But I'm saying it's just, all right, like we're some type of computer database where you put your information in my head.
You're a computer.
And then I sift through it.
No,
I'm Tempest 5000.
Yeah,
and then,
exactly.
all right, boom. And I hit a button and I spit out all your stuff arranged and color coded. It don't work like
what
that.
color? What's your color scheme? What color scheme do you want? No, I don't have one. Make one up.
And then they hate it.
What? So I do this logo. It looks nice. Oh man, this logo is dope. He gonna love this. Oh man, it's perfect, man. That logo is perfect. But can you change that right there? I don't like the color. The shading on that one's kind of off. Can you change that? Actually, I showed this to my girl, and she liked it, but she said, "Can you change the whole thing?"
Yeah.
That's what it is, though.
Yeah. See, there's people that are educated, like college educated.
Oh yeah.
There's people like me that got hired by AT&T to do their marketing for them. I'm obviously really good at it. So then when I do something that I know is something like an AT&T corporate representative would be like, yeah, that's awesome.
Right.
And then you tell me, no, you don't know what you're doing.
No, you don't.
So no, I'm not going to pay your prices and then deal with your bullshit.
Right.
As an entrepreneur, people got to get okay saying no here. And that's half of the reason why everybody's so jaded, because this guy's cool or he's talented. If I help him out, people do some expecting a favor in return. People ain't going to do shit for you later. They going to forget about it.
Right.
It's just, you going to demand people respect you and demand to be paid what you're worth.
Yeah.
I'd rather have one customer that pays $150 for a logo than 3 customers that pay $50 for a logo. And the third one took me 5 times longer than it should have.
Right. See, the ones that pay you $50 are the hardest logos to do.
Yeah, they really are, though. They really are.
They are the hard, because you don't, in your mind, you're like, is this worth my time? This is not worth my time. This is not even worth $50.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to put all this work into this thing, and I know for a fact that this person is not going to like this logo. This is going to be the cleanest, sharpest lines. Color scheme is perfect. But they're gonna say, "Man, that's too plain, man.
Right?
Can you redo it?" So you only paid me $50,
right? So with that mindset, this is the rest of the entrepreneurial mindset here.
Right.
Everybody's really, really good, but they've been kicked around so much as a business owner, they don't like people no more.
Right.
Now you put all those people next to each other, they ain't gonna work together.
Right.
So that's where we're at.
That is where we're at.
You see that?
Yeah.
Like my buddy Josh Ramos, he's about to be the new GOAT in the video stuff. He's the guy that shot Yeehaw.
Okay.
When I first met him, I was like, what do you charge? And then he hit me with the price, and then he hit me with the right now price. Right.
What's that mean?
This is what I typically charge. Here's what I'm charging right now.
Okay.
Which I get it.
Okay.
And me being me, it's like, all right, what am I going to have to expect later? So here's, and like we sat down later and he said, I always offer clients a good price at the beginning, but I let them know this is what the price is gonna be.
Right.
So a lot of times we get trapped here because we do a lookout price, and then we get trapped in that lookout price.
I got chastised for that one time by RG. No, seriously. He was like, why would you do that to yourself? Why are you charging $100 for a logo? Like, you should, your work that you do, you should at least charge $300 per logo, flat out.
Yeah.
Don't change the price.
Yeah.
And that, and I was like, yeah, why do I do that? Because it's like, oh, it's easy. It's the easy way out. For me, I'm copping out. Okay, man, I'll take $100, man. Because I want to say that, okay, because I don't need it because of my job. But that's the mindset. That's a terrible mindset, though. Because I'm not only cheating myself when I do that, I'm cheating you.
Yeah.
I'm cheating RG. I'm cheating any other professional graphic designer by charging that $100.
I always chuckle when I give somebody a price and they're like, well, what happened to this price? I gave myself a raise.
Right, yeah.
Like, what you mean? Like, you coming to me to make your event bigger. Like, for example, party flyers. Man, I be doing some dope party flyers.
You do? Yeah.
3 hours.
Yeah.
4 hours.
Yeah.
What do you need done? That's going to take me 3-4 hours. I'm going to need at least 100 to do it. What? For a flyer? Man, I go check out somewhere. And I see the same flyer they asked me to do. Right?
Right.
It don't look nowhere like they want it to look,
Right.
but they want to be all picky with me.
Yeah. Yeah. You know why? Because the other person did it for $25. $15. That's right. That right there made me not want to do flyers anymore.
I know. It's frustrating. But at the same time, man, I love creating.
I do too. That's
Man,
why I started this though, because this is my avenue.
You ever download a whole bunch of fresh fonts or brushes and just be like, man, I want to practice.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I don't have free time.
Right.
So that's when I'll do a flyer sale. And then I'll have somebody a month later be like, well, you charge so-and-so.
Right, yeah.
I was like, because I ran a sale, motherfucker.
Or this is what terrible. Like, somebody will hire me to do a flyer, a set of flyers.
Yeah.
Okay, here's $250 to do 6 flyers. Okay, cool. I'm gonna take that. You have 6 flyers done. I got $250. 2 weeks later, this is what I do. Okay, I'm running a special, $25 flyers just today. $25 flyers just today. Hit me up today. You get a $25 flyer. So the person that's doing the 6 flyers at $250 will hit me up and say, "Hey, can I get my flyers for $25?" That's 120. That's what 125 or 150.
Yeah.
That's cutting my stuff in half. No, man, because we already had an agreement with the 250.
Yeah.
This is just a special I'm doing today. Well, I can't get that special. Come on, man. You know what? I don't even want to do your. I do want to do your flyers because I'm gonna keep up my word in business. But you can't get this 125, man. You can't get this $25 flyer deal.
Man, and then the only time I do flyer sales like that is when my work queue is completely done.
Right. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Like if I want to have some fun, because you'll even see my work, bro. Like I have cycles where I have like 6 really dope flyers in the one. Oh, that's cool.
Right.
But you know what? I gotta readjust in my head, and it's just like honestly, sometimes, or that person just didn't want to pay me that much.
Side note: have you ever been dope at doing other people's flyers, but then you had to do a flyer for yourself
all the time,
and then it's like,
I don't know what I'm like.
What is that?
Aren't I a graphic designer? This is supposed to be mine. All the time.
Right. This is ugly.
Yeah.
Oh my God. What did I do to myself? Yeah. I had that a few times.
Yeah.
Right.
Because you overdo it, overthink it.
Oh yeah. You try to get your best out and it's like, this
like
is
this right here.
Right.
Super clean.
Yeah.
Like I loved that. When I saw that go up, I was like, yeah, that's real clean.
Yeah. That's all right.
Yeah.
I mean, I just wanted something simple, so.
I love it. I think it's awesome. What else we got?
I don't know, man. Look, we got.
I don't know. We ramble like we can ramble all day. Man.
Music, man. Like music. Music is everything. Like
who do you think is like been the most influential artist to come out of our city?
Man, that's hard to say, because when you say influential, I mean, that's like, oh, man, who has made an impact on other people as far as their music, because of their music, because of something that they did.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know.
That's where we need to start then.
Like, who though? Who would you say? Who would even come close to anything to that? Like,
Ray Stone.
well, see, yeah.
CJ.
Well, yeah. See, now you're naming some people. Yeah.
It's kind of like,
We got to go back.
if I go out,
I
go out and they drop I'm So Fly,
Oh yeah, everybody's gonna know that.
everybody gonna fall out dancing.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
Right.
that's influence.
But yeah. I will say CJ, because not just because of his music, but because of who he is, because of what he did in music. Because he took what he did in music and was like, you know what? I'm gonna help other people by learning how to engineer, learning how to write, learning how to produce, learning how to do all this stuff. And now he is the master of what he does. So I would say CJ Mack is probably the most influential person in Toledo as far as music, as far as we know in our history, in our lifetime, because I don't know who. I was born in 1977. I don't know how old you are. So
83.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were younger than that, but okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, you know.
I'm old, bro.
But
Man, I remember when I was in college, man, I went to college late. I took 3 years off. And I seen DJ One Time up there one day. I was like, what? DJ One Time had like 6 jobs at the same time. And that's what made me respect him the most, because I heard him on the radio and then I saw him at UT. I'm like, why are you here? He's like, I work. And I was like, what? They don't.
Yeah.
And then it hit me. I was like, damn, like the people doing what they love to do don't
DJ.
get paid for it.
Right.
And now it's just like, but I knew he was going to be big. And now he does a wedding.
Man,
Crushes the wedding, and he's like the most requested wedding DJ.
Yeah, he is. Like, no matter who you are.
Right, and that's why I've learned to never judge a book by its cover.
Right.
Everybody has trials and tribulations and seasons.
Right.
And then when a person's just got out a real bad season, it's their time to win.
Right.
You can see it, like people's demeanor change, the way they speak,
Oh,
conduct themselves.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
The people who's around them changes. Mm-hmm. That's important.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is really important.
You can't be a king and hang with pawns.
Right. Oh no.
You have to hang with kings.
Right.
And most of Toledo, they think they a king.
Yeah, you know what it is though?
Or they want to be a king.
They want to be a king, so they surround themselves with what?
Pawns.
Yep. Instead of what?
Kings.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'd rather hang out with kings. I like my buffet flavorful
Right.
and intellectual.
Right. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I don't like to have conversations with people who don't understand certain parameters of what it takes to be, number 1, successful, 2, not be egotistical, 3, understand the greater purpose, which is we are given a gift to pass it down the line.
Yeah.
And you can see who's who,
Right.
who's working with other people.
Right. And it's crazy because like I think about this all the time. Like everything that I do, like I want my kids to do this. If not my kids, if they don't want to do it, I want to find somebody that has the passion that I have for what I have, and they want to jump into it and say, when I say I'm done, they can just walk right into it and say, this is mine now.
Yeah.
Or I can say, hey, this is yours now.
Right.
You are the 419 grind now. Mm-hmm. But you can take this to another level, because sometimes I get tired of this. I get tired of it though.
Man, it's exhausting. See, and I've worked for myself for probably 10 years, Jesse. I had employees. I'd rather not have employees.
Right.
And just deal with customers
I
on a one-on-one basis. But that's exhausting.
I don't want to deal with customers. Like I hated that. That was the part that I hated. I needed a customer service rep so bad, because I was terrible at dealing with customers, because I get so frustrated because if somebody tells me, okay,
It's called a low tolerance for ignorance.
I don't want to pay for that.
I don't care what you want to pay for.
What do you mean you don't want to pay for that? Like I did the job. You don't want to pay me for it?
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, I don't want to pay for that. It's ugly. You know what? I know you didn't go to school for graphic design, and You didn't search YouTube and Google for hours and hours to learn how to use Photoshop and Illustrator and all this stuff. But I think I have an eye for this stuff more than you do. I've been doing this for years. And you're going to tell me that it's ugly?
You're going to beat a dead horse with that stuff, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you don't put down X amount of dollars,
right,
we don't have a conversation to have.
Right. That was my problem, though. That was,
right.
I didn't require a deposit. So.
Right. That was everybody's problem.
Yeah.
That's everybody's problem with, for every 10 people we come across, you're going to have 2 assholes. It's facts.
Right.
It's part of marketing. You're going to have 2 assholes. You're going to have 2 really cool people.
Right.
And then all the other people are going to be mixed in between.
Right. You're going to have one person that's really dependable that comes to you for everything, and they pay you no matter what the cost is.
Right. So a lot of times people, they want to get on so bad, they're willing to work with whoever, just get paperwork, get everything in writing.
Right.
So solve yourself a lot of problems going in the gate, because you and I have been doing this so long. We're like, oh, we want to do this for a living. And then we were like, oh, yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
2 years later, there's still people here 10 years later, there's still people here that owe me a lot of money because of that.
Right.
And when I see them, they don't have anything to say because they know. But we can't hold on to that.
No, I don't, though.
So, right. So we go through and like, I think I might start teaching classes soon.
You know what?
I've thought about it.
Is this a serious thought that you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've had 3 people tell me about this. Even Ohio Watson, he reached out. He's like, "Why don't you teach graphic design classes, bro? I would sign up for that."
I've thought about that. I've done like kind of like market research on Facebook and Instagram. Like, who would sign up for this? Even like how to set yourself up with Google Business and Google Analytics and all that stuff. Google Ads. I know how to do all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I just do it for myself. I learned it so I can do it for myself.
Right.
But I can teach this to other people because I've learned how to do it so good. Like when you Google 419 grind, even right now, when you Google Project 360, my stuff is going to come up. And I haven't done that in years. Maybe 2 years I haven't even touched Project 360. But I Googled business it for since 2006. It's been set up on Google. So that search right there, I still got calls from people in California and Florida that I've done business with before trying to find me so they can do more business, but I'm not doing that. But I can teach that to other people, like how to set up your Google Analytics and how to see who's coming to your website and who's inquiring about your business and who's searching for you. I've thought about teaching class.
Why not?
Why not? I mean,
people need that.
Yeah.
And that's a really big hole in our business model right now locally.
Right.
Do you know that 80% of business right now is done online?
That's
80%.
crazy. Yeah.
I do probably 60% of my business off of Facebook alone.
Okay.
60%. My new customer base comes from Facebook.
Right.
It's nuts. That's how MySpace was.
Yeah.
Back when you could customize the MySpace layout, I was the only one doing that.
Oh, no, you weren't the only one.
I did it first.
You probably did it first.
I did it first.
Yeah.
I took the time to learn the coding, started doing I was charging $150 a pop, and I was
I was only charging like $75.
Bro, I was doing 5 of them things a week.
Wow.
Bro, I was eating off MySpace.
Okay.
Like, big facts. Like, I had developed so many clients. Now I forgot what I was saying.
Yeah.
Shit. MySpace just threw me for a loop because I remember how dope it was.
That's pretty dope that you could like customize your own
page. The whole page.
Oh, yeah.
The whole page was customizable.
I think the first MySpace page that I did was country.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember country page.
Yeah.
I did Infamouses and B Wills.
Infamous, yeah. B Wills. Oh man, B Wills page was dope.
Yeah, that shit was fire.
You did all that stuff back in the day, didn't you?
I did a lot of Embrace's stuff in general. Like country had me do some flyers from time to time. He still has me do some stuff from time to time. But he's a guy, he really know what he want.
Oh, yeah.
So he'll go, like if he wants a certain look, he'll come to me for that. Or if he want a different look, he'll go to somebody else for it.
Yeah.
And sometimes I can do it, sometimes I can't.
Right.
And it's just where I'm at. It's just, you can't please everybody.
Yeah.
Stop trying. And then learn how to say no more.
Right. Hey, I saw that somewhere.
I hear so many people say yes all the time and then flake out.
Yeah.
People have so
That's
much
hard,
more
though,
respect. Yeah.
That's
People
hard.
have
Just
so
say
much
no,
more
right.
respect
When you
if you just say,
no.
I can't do it.
I can't do it. Yeah, I don't have the time.
Not even that, no.
Or I can't do it. I don't want to do it. Yeah, true. That's true though. Yeah, and it's hard though, especially when you want to do the work and you say, okay, I need the money, so I'm gonna say yes, but I can't finish it because I really can't do this. That's.
See, I've been on both ends of the spectrum where, you know, as a father, like I provide for my kids just from my graphics and what I do for a living.
Right.
And there's some days where I might need to charge that to eat. You know what I mean? And that's what people don't understand. No, I don't do this on the side.
Right. That is your.
This is the gift God gave me to feed my family.
Right.
And I'm not going to deal with your bullshit, sir. You dig what I'm saying? Like the whole mentality is different. Like some of these dudes, like, and they don't understand what it's like. Like if they're almost homeless, if they didn't almost have a place to live, if they got their power cut off, like they understand the struggle.
Right.
I don't want a boss. Sometimes I'd rather be broke and then get a $3,500 contract.
Right.
Because I value it more.
Yeah. That, you know what, and you know what's crazy is because once I start working at Jeep, my mindset changed.
Mm-hmm.
Not for the better though, like for the worse, as far as like doing graphics.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I was like, you know what, I'm gonna fade out. I'm just gonna fade out, let Tempest and all the rest of the guys.
You really did though. Man, because and I swear it was like 3 months ago. No, it was like right when I got back. I got back in September, I want to say. And I was like, man, that 419 grind stuff looked suspiciously like Project 360. You know what I mean? I was like, yeah, it's Jesse. Damn him, he's still around. You know what I mean? It's like, how you feel about me is how I felt about you. It was like, we was the only ones doing it, but we were like the freelance guys.
Yeah.
Like Everlasting, all the other guys, they really busted. And we were like, I don't mind paying that.
Right.
And they still don't. That was us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now it's like, who's that guy now? Who do we look out for? I really don't see too many people.
There are no other people.
No one scares me as a graphic designer anymore.
No, because you were the only one that scared me. Like, this dude is tough.
I appreciate that, but the thing is, that ain't even my best. And I don't think anybody really has seen my best.
Wow.
Like, I did 2 flyers. The Sada Baby flyer I did recently, that was probably one of my favorites. But, you know the pen and pixel graphics, old No Limit style?
Yeah.
I can do that stuff.
Really?
Right. The gold,
Right.
I'm talking all from scratch. I know how to do all that. When I was 20 years old, I would sit there and watch tutorials all day.
Man.
All day long. How did they do that? And you know what Pen and Pixel was charging for covers? 5 bands.
What?
Facts.
See, that's crazy because
Facts.
you
They
can't.
had they bought their own Bentleys just for photo shoots for covers.
What? Wow.
That's what I'm saying. People don't realize how much money is in graphics.
Right.
Just because you have a lot of people that don't want to pay for it.
Right.
Cool. I'm by the hour. So if I tell you 35, it's going to take me up to 45 minutes.
Right.
If I tell you 50, it's going to take me up to an hour to
Right.
do it. So I could sit here and work on a project all week long. It's going to be super, super dope, but you're going to pay for it.
Right. That's why, you know what people used to say. So how long is it going to take you to do this flyer? How good do you want it?
Mm-hmm.
Or how much are you paying?
Mm-hmm.
Because I could take my time.
Yeah.
And it's going to look really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Or I can just throw something together in the next, 45 minutes and, it'll be okay. It'll do.
So we say this. If you're a musician and you're really, really good, what's the first or if I hand you a CD, what's the first thing you're going to do?
With the CD?
Yeah.
I'm going to pop it in so I can listen to it.
No. What's the first thing you're going to do?
Look at it.
You're going to look at it.
Yeah.
All right. Now, if it looks like garbage,
I'm not putting that in my CD player.
Right.
Yeah.
people don't realize that either.
Right.
Just because you have a graphic does not mean that graphic is suitable for your project.
Right.
Do you know when I design mixtape covers, I make people send me their records?
I do too.
And I listen to the records.
I do too.
As I design their stuff.
One of my favorite. I think I deleted it. I don't know. But one of my favorite ones was the guy from Polo Gang.
Okay.
I did "Sleep on Me." I did that.
You did that?
I did that cover. Yeah.
Okay.
With the chick with the guns.
Yeah.
I did that cover, but I had him send me the song. Send me the song. Mm-hmm. So I listened to that song. Was dope. CJ Mack. Mm-hmm. That he had a hand in that.
Go figure.
Right. So I said, okay, CJ produced this. Okay, I gotta get some fire for this cover. So I listened to it. I was like, you know what? I know it doesn't. It's not. It's kind of like it's like it had nothing to do with the song, but it was perfect for the song. Mm-hmm. The cover.
Because a cover is supposed, or a flyer, a cover, any branding is supposed to grab you.
Right.
If it don't grab you, it's not good enough.
Right.
And people think that glitter and that isn't going to make your graphic more attractive. No. It makes it look less attractive. Right. It makes it look basic.
Right. So his song was about the girl sleeping on him. Like, don't just like push me off like I'm some kind of chump.
Right.
So the cover, I had the girl, sitting down in like a little sexy pose with her head down, like she was sleeping, with two guns on the ground with smoke coming up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that one.
So it was kind of like a metaphor type of thing.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to remember, like, what's your dopest graphic you ever did?
Man,
I had some that a lot of flyers and things. I would print them out and put them up.
Yeah, I used to have a board.
Yeah,
like a board you can I print them out and pin up my best flyers for that year.
Man, what was my favorite? I think honestly, my favorite that I ever did was probably this little flip flyer.
Little Flip?
Yeah, my dude Desert brought Lil Flip out to the underground out in Sandusky, and he had me host the show. This is probably back in 2009.
Okay.
And I went and found all these pictures of watches and diamonds and all this other stuff because it's Flip. And it was like this beige, black, white, gray color scheme. Never used the color scheme before, but it came out so nasty. And I swear to this day, it's one of my favorites.
See, it's those different color schemes that kind of like, man, that those be like the dopest flyers.
Yeah, and that's my signature as a designer, man. I love
I know
I'm a 3-color person.
You are. Yeah. You are. That's what I learned that from you.
Oh, facts?
Yeah. The 3-color, I used to do okay, I'm gonna do red, black on this. Maybe some white in there a little bit.
Yeah.
But all the like different like teal and green and blue and oh my, this guy is like a genius when it comes to color.
Man, your
color palettes.
You know what inspires me though?
What's that?
God.
Really?
Bro, I'll walk outside.
You just see something.
I'll go out to smoke my morning bowl and I'll see a leaf on the ground. And I'll pick the leaf up. And I'll flip that leaf over and just look at the different gradients and the textures and the color.
Oh, yeah.
God's the ultimate artist. And I don't know, I get inspired by that.
I did this flyer. Toledo Tuesdays with Country. Jesse James. Was that Jesse James? Yeah.
Yeah, that one. I remember that flyer. That flyer was dope, dude. Did you see that flyer that just went up with him, Beam, and Juan?
Yeah.
Where it looked like Mount Rushmore?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who did that?
That was me.
Oh, you did that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
A country sent me the concept, and he's like, I want you to make it look like Mount Rushmore. I was like, how do I do this? So I thought about it, and I said, oh, I know how to do that. And I couldn't get the rock right on the coloring and the gradient.
Yeah.
So I just photoshopped other rock in around them, and then lowered opacity and all this other stuff. And they don't know how long it took. It took me 5 hours to do that flyer.
Wow. Just
to get it where the rock and those guys in it looked realistic.
Yeah. That's work,
Small
man.
Stuff. Yeah, I was like, man, I know I'm going to kill this
you
flyer.
didn't just hit a button?
No.
And say, rock them?
Mount Rushmore. Engage. Oh, wow, that's amazing. How'd you do that? I hit the button.
Right.
The panic button.
Right.
I get anxiety really bad too, man. Like I have PTSD just from the way I grew up. And sometimes it's just I'll send it and then you got to put the revisions on there. How many revisions you gonna do? I'm gonna do 1 revision, 2 revisions.
So you charge revisions for flyer too?
I usually include 1 free revision.
Okay.
Because I usually don't make the mistake of misspelling something.
Right. You know what?
Right?
You remember Theo?
Yeah.
Me and Theo used to get into it about flyers, man, because he would send me stuff with people's name spelled wrong. And then, okay, I'll send it over. It's done. I'm done with that flyer. Jesse, can you change, I spelled Sheree's name wrong. It's not Shereese. It's CA. Oh, you know what, Theo? I'm going to have to charge you this time. Because this is like the 16th revision for this one flyer. And I only charged you $50 for the flyer.
Right.
I have to charge you for the revision.
So what I do is the minute someone asks me for a revision, I'm like, all right, what I want you to do is take the day and think about it. And then email me any changes you want in the morning.
Oh, yeah. You have to do it that way.
I don't do anything via Messenger. If it's not my email, literally when I wake up in the morning, I go to my email and I look at what's paid and what's in a flyer. And I work on what's paid first, and then I work on the other stuff based on if they're regular or not. And sometimes that flyer queue can be 11 emails.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
That one flyer?
Huh?
That one flyer queue?
No. I have 11 different emails in my queue, my work queue.
Okay.
So it could be a logo, a flyer, a menu, you know what I mean, all different stuff. And so that's why I do what I do. Like every flyer I do, 24-hour turnaround. I work for a living. That's what I do.
Right.
I'm in the studio.
Yeah.
So I'll send it to them sometimes same day, next day. They look at it, and that's what I do. Take the day, think about it. So I'm only doing 1 revision. Cuts out my headache, all that other stuff. So that revision email might be 15 different things.
Yeah.
But guess what? It's open.
Done. Right.
So boom, 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 send it back. And then once I send final next to the flyer, every revision after that is $25.
Okay.
I don't care if I have to put on another person's name. Well, you just got to add a person. Well, I got to open up the document. I've got to stop what I'm doing, working on someone else's project to go back to yours, which I thought
you know
was
what
done.
it is, Tempest? Their flyer is more important than anything else you got to do.
Nope.
Because
you started finish it right now.
You started mine first. You started mine first. So once you start mine, you can't do anybody else's.
It's the process. It's kind of like yin and yang.
It's like they don't understand that like doing graphics, doing flyers is it's an actual job. Like it's a job. Because I have 10 flyers I have to do by Friday, and it's Wednesday. And I know you sent me this on Wednesday morning, and I was done with it Wednesday afternoon. Someone sent me something Wednesday afternoon, and I started that one. And then you resent your flyer and said, okay, you need to change this because it's a mistake that I made. Now, if it's a mistake that I made myself, not them, I'll change it right away.
I usually correct it before they even say anything. Oh, crap.
Oh, yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. Hey, use this one, by the way. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Man, I just think... I don't know. The mentality is skewed. Most people have a 9-to-5 mentality. Most people think that just because you're a graphic designer and you get referrals, people think that that's what you do on the side.
Right. Yeah.
So they treat you like it's a side profession.
Right.
It's never going to change. It's going to be what it is. And it's just like, it's going to be, people going to do whatever they can do to make extra money.
Right. Yeah.
And a lot of times the quality gets sacrificed in the process, and then guys like us that are super dope, we get angry at people that are idiots.
Man, I try not to get mad.
That's all it is. It's like, come on, man. We have a semi-God complex, Jesse, where we know we're really, really good at what we do.
Yeah.
And we should be paid X, Y, and Z, but you have to understand, like, you can't expect you from you.
Right.
Like, we're highly intellectual people.
Right.
That person is not. So that I always have to think about who I'm talking to or who I'm discussing things with.
You know what? And I hated talking design and marketing to regular people that didn't know about design and marketing.
Right.
That wanted something because they wanted it to look that way. They wanted me to crop to trace around the Glass City building and just put that right in the middle of the flyer with no kind of
placement.
Yeah, no placement. Put that right in the middle. I just want that in the middle, no matter what. I want that in the middle. That's not going to look right. Because if you put that in the middle, that's going to be people's focal point to look at that building and not the content of the flyer.
Right. And they don't realize that. And sometimes you treat adults like kids because really we're all kids that just know, or we're all kids that have jobs.
Right.
That's really what adulting is, literally becoming an adult. Like, we still have video games and all that. So we have to understand that lack of knowledge, sometimes a why goes a long way.
Right.
Well, that's a good idea, Mr. So-and-so. But from my experience, I found that doesn't work as well because of this.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's what I learned in sales because, I learned how to do sales knocking on doors, bro. And I learned how to train other people to sell shit at a door.
Right. Yeah, that's the hardest sell.
Man, and I was number 1 in the country doing it too.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? So I don't mind failing, all that other stuff. People don't like to fail though.
No, it's hard though.
There isn't a get rich quick scheme. People think stuff happens overnight, and you're right. Like, going back to earlier when we were talking about people really don't want to work for it. They don't.
You know how many times I failed at this?
A million.
At starting a business. I failed. I think I failed at doing Project 360 because I quit.
Yeah.
I quit, so that's a failure to me.
I shut my office down in Florida, bro. Like, I had enough.
Right. I failed at doing the 419 grind because I started this back in 2012 and I stopped doing it because, you know what? I don't want to do this.
People aren't paying attention.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not getting any hits. Nobody's paying attention. Nobody likes it. But why stop? Because this is something, I'm not doing this for other people, but I'm doing it for other people.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not doing it for the attention of other people, but I'm doing it for the attention for other people.
This is what I believe, Jesse. If you say, Tempest, hey, what you doing? What you need me to do? You want to come talk on this microphone? When?
Right. Yeah.
Because any promo is good promo.
Any promo's good promo.
If I slip and fall on my face, people are like, no, don't upload that video. Please upload that video.
Right.
I want people to watch me slip and fall on my face because what does he do again? Oh.
Right. Ain't that the guy that raps?
Yeah.
He just put out a single?
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So me, I jump at any opportunity.
Right.
Especially when it comes down to giving back or giving something I've received.
Right.
Because that's our job as humans. Literally, we're here to be servants, and unfortunately, we have to make a living, so it doesn't work out as well as we want it to.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that's the calm I've always had. All I want to do is be respected.
Right.
For being great. I don't want to be the great test.
Right.
But most people want to be the great test.
Right. It's good to be great.
Yeah.
I don't fight to be the greatest, but it's good to be great. It's good to be known, or it's good to be recognized for what you do as, okay, he's doing something good. He's doing something good because, I can do this. I don't have to do this.
Yeah.
I don't charge people to do interviews.
No.
I don't charge. Did I charge you?
Nope.
I say, hey, Tempest, you can do this interview, but it's going to cost you $150 because I have to edit it. I have to put the audio and the video together. Yeah, I could.
And you could.
I could.
Now, next year, when 419 Grind has about 50,000 followers.
Right. I probably won't.
Man, come on now, G.
No, you know what? I probably won't.
Though.
But you know what? I won't. Why I won't charge? Because other people will pay for it. Because at the bottom of this screen right here, while the interview is playing, what can be right here?
Ads.
Yep. Ads.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah, I got 50,000 followers on YouTube. I got a $1 million industry. YouTube is. So if you put an ad at the bottom of this interview that's going to play for 5 to 10 minutes, somebody's going to see that. Say, hey, what is that right there? Like, who's that? Oh, they're sponsored by that person right there, by Tempest Van Gogh.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, there's so many awesome things nowadays that people don't understand.
Yeah, like there's so many tools that you can use just to market, just to make money. Like so many different things you can do. Like people don't take advantage of it. I don't know if they're scared or just not knowledgeable about doing it. I don't know. But like podcasting right here, like this is something that I've been wanting to do for years because I've done radio.
It's fun.
And I'm like, people don't know this about me. Like I am I'm very choosy about who I talk to or who I'm around.
Yeah.
I'm very like people see me in public. I don't speak. Not because I don't like people. It's because I have social anxiety. Like in public, I have to be around people that I know. If I know you, I'm gonna speak. But if I know you in passing, like, oh, that's what's his name's brother, or I know that person from Facebook, I probably won't speak to you. It's not because I don't like you. It's because I don't socialize and public. I don't go to bars.
You also value your energy.
I do capture the energy around me and I protect it. So this right here is something that this is my space. I'm comfortable with talking to people like this because this is what I like to do.
Yeah.
Like if we're talking about something like music and art and this, like Toledo, like I love the city. I love music. I love my kids. I love art. I love people that do music. So I can sit here and talk for hours. It's been an hour and 16 minutes right now. You don't even notice that. And we talked a half hour before we even started the podcast.
Facts. He's like, hold on, stop talking. We need all this. Right. I was like, oh, wait, you're right.
And we still talked after that.
Yeah.
But this is fun to me. This is what I like to do. Like I can do this all day. Like, okay, who's next? Tempest is left. Okay, we got another one coming in. But it's like people have to know like what you love to do can be something that you do.
God wants it to be like that,
just
though.
As simple as that.
What God you love literally to do, gives you your gift for that reason.
What you love to do is something that you can do. Like Victor Coleman is one of those people that I really admire. I don't know if you know him. Victor Coleman Jr. Like he is one of the people that I really admire. And I try to get him, whenever I see him and talk to him, like I'll stop and talk to him at the mall. Like and for hours. We did that like last week. I just stopped and talked to him. We stopped and talked for like 30 minutes in front of Dillard's. People going around us because we was just sitting there and talking. But it's like he's one of those people that can like motivate people just by what he does. He don't have to say anything. It's because you can go from being a 7-time felon or whatever he was and become a doctor because that's what he chose to do. It's like people don't like you. It's not hard though because I've come from bad places. I've done some really messed up things, but I know okay, that's not me because just because I've done that doesn't define who I am because people make mistakes.
Yeah,
you can recover from those mistakes and then okay, I'm still here.
Use them as a learning experience.
Yeah, it is a learning. Life is a learning experience. Just use it, and you can still do what you love to do, regardless of what anybody else says or says about you or whatever.
What's the definition of insanity?
Doing the same thing. What is that?
Doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results.
Yeah.
Toledo.
Yeah, it's a
Get
lot
out
of people.
the box.
Right, it's a lot of people. Like I wish that I can. I wish that I can open up a building, right? And we have different rooms. There's a room for designers. There's a room for musicians. There's rooms for podcasting. So, who's that?
No, it appears to be T-Ski.
Put it on the phone.
Oh.
Bluetooth it.
Hold on. I don't know if I can.
You can, man. You can. Let me disconnect this phone. Or tell her to call this number right here.
I think she's here.
She's here?
Yeah.
Like here?
Here.
So she can come in and get on the podcast? wish I had some music to play right now, but unfortunately, when you do podcasts on iHeartRadio, you have to pay for publishing. Publishing rights. Yeah, you do. Yeah, unless you give me some publishing rights for Vigilante, I could play
I
that.
wouldn't mind that.
I could play a song right now.
Yeah, she's like, oh, okay, I'm outside. I said, come in. She said, okay.
She coming in?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's not. I'll just go let her in.
That was crazy last night, that Foxy Boxing up in Main Street. That's a really... Being a graphic designer and an artist.
Different stuff.
Hit the graphic design button.
Yeah, that button that creates logos and like... Yeah. So... We got a guest in the studio today.
Mm-hmm.
Just walked in.
Who
was that?
T-Ski.
Oh, yeah.
The infamous T-Ski, rapper, singer, promoter extraordinaire.
So what were we talking about before? Like,
I think we were just kind of talking about the way things have been progressing and...
Oh, yeah, like if you have something like that you're doing, like do it.
Yeah. Progression, expectations people set on you.
Right.
Based on what other people are doing with their lives, I feel like we have to put a price tag on what we do. And a lot of times we just need to realize that we need to not worry about what other people do. So
you think that was with what I do as far as like the interviews and whatever, that, I mean, I'm sure it will be beneficial for me to charge for that, because there's interviews like right there. I have a list. Like every 2 months, I want to do an interview, exclusive.
Yeah.
Like a special interview.
Yeah.
But in between those, there could be other interviews that I do, but that's by request. Okay, I want to, like, I've got emails since y'all interviews are good putting up on the website. I've got people reaching out and say, "Can I do an interview? Can I do an interview? Can I do an interview?" But I say, you know what? I'm not doing them at this time. I did 5 in 2019. My goal is to do 6 a year. I did 5 in 2019, and I won't do another one until February. Because I want it to be exclusive. I don't want to be like every week there's an interview up there. People get tired of that.
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
No, hell no.
Really?
Hell, man, I seen the one that you did for Sino.
Yeah. See, that's different, right? Yeah.
Yeah. If you're doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
Dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, do an artist highlight once a month.
Right.
Do a business highlight once a month.
Right.
Community leader.
Yeah, that's why I want to talk to different people. Like,
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do one thing. I would do like 4 a month, but do them different
that's a
stuff.
lot of work, though.
I know.
That's a lot of work.
I know.
Like,
but
especially
that's
when
what I would do.
When I'm doing this by myself. Like,
yeah.
I mean,
go big or go home, Jesse. You know what I'm saying?
But there's other people that the problem with having other people help me do it is like I'm not charging people to do it. So it's going to cost me to have other people help me do it, because they're going to want to get paid to do it.
Yep.
And I have to come out of my own pocket to pay that, and I'm not even get paid for doing this. That's why I do it by myself. But if I got like people to say, okay, let me sponsor this one, because I know this person and they need to interview, because I believe in what they do. So here's, whatever. Here's $100 to sponsor their interview.
Yep.
I mean, it's an idea. Ideas are like...
I look at it like this. Like, this right here is even a business. It is. And it has to have some, because, you have overhead that you have just to keep this going.
But...
So...
The thing about this, the way I have this set up, is I can get paid for this just by talking, because I can get sponsors from corporate sponsorship because of the app that I use to upload my podcast.
There you go.
So the more that I talk, the more I can get paid. The more we talk, the more we can get paid.
Or you can do what I do and take the smart route and look for, what do you call them? People that don't get paid, but they learn the trade.
Oh, intern.
Intern, yeah.
Yeah, that's possible. I mean, I've thought about that.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't want interns coming to my house.
Right. I don't want them at my house either. Interns stay out of my house.
Right.
I've actually, like, down south, I had 5 interns, and one was a piece of shit. The other 4 were dope.
Right.
You know. And he's like, "Well, I'm not even getting paid for this." I'm like, "Then why are you here wasting my time?"
Yeah.
Like,
see, that's the problem with having interns. Like,
it's not about getting coffee. It's about learning a new skill set.
right.
I learned how to run a business by staying over 3 to 4 hours a day hanging out with a business owner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some stuff, most of the stuff you have to pay for. You realize people will pay for a college education, but they won't volunteer for 2 hours for something in a new field.
Right. Yeah. That's crazy.
It is.
Yeah.
It's for some reason money validates everything.
Because you have to pay for something that you would rather do that than do it for free, than learn it for free.
Right.
Yeah, that's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Go volunteer at the community college down there at the art center.
Volunteer at the soup kitchen.
Yeah.
People that have, like, people like us that have anxiety, social anxiety.
Right.
The way you get over that is you work out, so you get around.
That's
more
what
people.
I do. Yeah.
So,
I go to the gym. I'm fine.
Yeah. If you you have a calling in your life and you have social anxiety, go volunteer at a soup kitchen.
Mm.
You know, put together a team to pick up litter.
Right.
You know what I mean? I plan on doing that.
That's
very,
something
very
we do in
soon.
the summertime.
Man, it
in the
pisses
spring.
me off so bad when I'm driving down the road and see garbage all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
In my city.
Right.
And I'm not above picking up stuff out of a parking lot.
No, I've done it.
You know what I mean?
Especially when somebody sits a Wendy's bag down next to their car and then drive away.
It's always a Wendy's bag.
I know. Why is that?
Or a Church's bag.
Right.
I'm not really mad at Church's because I remember how that chicken tastes. But Wendy's, it's hit or miss.
Yeah. Wendy's got good ones. Yeah, they got good sandwiches in there.
Oh my God. It just kind of is what it is. But Toledo gonna be great. I think if people did a better job reaching out, networking.
Yeah,
hey,
it's
like
about
I said,
coming together. Yeah.
you doing good at this. I'm terrible at that. Hey, let's link up. And even that, set up a referral system. Like, people don't have to partner up to do business together.
That's true.
Bro, like, hey, if you send me a new customer, I'll
Right.
give you $25 off your next order. Whatever.
Right,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tracy, for example, him and I have a relationship built where every referral he sends me for a flyer, I give him $5 off his next flyer.
Oh yeah. Me and Tracy used to barter all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that, it's awesome because he does something I don't do. He makes
Right.
shirts.
Right.
So sometimes if he needs a flyer done, I say, hey, I need 2 hoodies done. Let's just swap.
Right. Yeah.
That's good business.
It is. Yeah.
But people don't want to do that.
People don't value that
No.
because they want the dollar.
That $10 or whatever it is way more important in that relationship.
That's messed up though.
That's the way the world is.
Not the world.
The world.
Not the whole world.
Come on. Everything has checks and balances.
Yeah.
Everything is checks and balances. Everything is light and dark energy.
Right.
Right? That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, but I don't think everybody's like that.
Everybody has it in them.
Yeah, but everybody has the good in them too.
Right.
Like everybody can say it. You know what? Tempest? Let's go downtown.
Mm-hmm.
There's like 10 people sitting on a bench downtown with no food.
Right.
You got $10 I can borrow so I can buy them some cheeseburgers? I'll pay you back next week.
I don't even worry about it.
Everybody can't do that though.
I'm that type of person.
But
if I
everybody
got
won't do
$10
that.
in my pocket and there's someone else in need, I'll give them that $10.
Right. I've done that.
It's just, but people are built different. But you know that I talk about it from time to time. But you know that Native American parable about the grandson asking the grandfather about the wolves.
Mm.
The grandfather, Native American, told the grandson, "In each of us, there's 2 wolves: good, evil." Grandson asked the grandfather, "Well, which one's gonna win?" Grandfather says, whichever one you feed."
Mm. Right.
You dig what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
me knowing that, I used to be an alcoholic, really big asshole. Lost probably everything that was most important to me that I love in my life. And then I'm on this side now. You see,
Right,
I fed
right.
the wrong wolf for a long time.
Right.
And that's what we do. So
Yeah, because it's comfortable.
yeah, and comfort's a killer.
It is. Like
Complacency.
Complacency is the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
Like when I did Project 360, I was very complacent because I could have been way better than what I was. As far as like produce music, as far as recording, engineering, and even with graphics, I could have been way better than what I was because I was comfortable and complacent. I was like, whatever. Nobody's better than me anyway, so.
That wasn't your primary source of income, though.
No, actually it was when I did Project 360.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's the only thing I did.
Oh my, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because I worked at this place called Signs and Designs. I worked there for this lady and her father. They did signs and designs, like flyers and logos and signs, different signs and stuff. So I worked for her, and I think I told her I'm opening up a studio, like my own studio and everything. She was like, "Well, what are you gonna be doing in there?" I said, "Well, like recording people and maybe some flyers on the side." She said, "What?" I'm doing some flyers on the side, just whatever. She said, "Oh, well, I don't know about that." What do you mean you don't know? Well, this competition is a conflict of interest. You can't do that.
Why?
Well, okay. Well, I won't do that then. So I told her I wasn't doing any flyers or whatever, but I was still doing flyers when I opened it up. So that her father had a problem with that, and they fired.
Of course they did, because man,
I
how much did they
understand
pay you an hour though?
$10 an hour.
Okay, so my time to you is worth $10 an hour.
And I can make what for one flyer, and I can do it in 30 minutes.
Yeah, fuck your business. That's how I feel at that point. Like, come on now. That's the whole reason I became an entrepreneur, because you've got the corporate pyramid.
Yeah.
Right?
It was terrible.
They're gonna pay the guy that does the most work, the least amount of money.
Right.
I said, fuck all that. I'm gonna be the guy to get all of it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People can have a much bigger piece of the pie than they realize.
But it's fear, man. Fear.
It's fear!
Yeah. Even now today, like I work at Jeep, man. I'm not leaving there.
No.
They pay me way too good.
Right.
But because I work at Jeep, I can do this. I can afford this setup right here.
Right.
So it's like it's feeding what I'm doing now. Like if I was still doing graphics, see that, like I said before, that kind of faded. Like Jeep faded me out of doing graphics because it wasn't worth my time.
My dad's been trying to get me to come to work at Jeep for 10 years.
Yeah, don't do it.
No, see, my dad grew up with the 9-to-5 mentality, though. Y'all got to get a good job, get a 401k,
Right.
this, that, and the third. Ryan, you need to, fuck all that. No, I'm the boss. Like, no, I'm the guy that should be telling people to clock in and clock out.
Right.
That's me.
Right.
I'm not the guy to clock in and clock out.
Right. I mean, I understand
Some people
that.
DNA wired different.
But because I can do both, though, that's what's crazy. Like I was off work for.
I don't like being told what to do, Jesse.
I hate it.
Right.
That's why I'm always getting in trouble at work. I'm always me and the supervisors, like they respect me because they know I can like go off on them anytime. But like for 8 months, I was off of work, and this was like within the last 2 years because I was on medical leave for my shoulder. So those 8 months I made my best money as an entrepreneur because I knew that this is the way that I was going to make money. Otherwise I wouldn't be able to eat.
Right.
So it's different. Like you have a different mindset when you don't have that 9-to-5. Like your mindset is different. Like you really want to get out there and make money and promote your business and promote yourself, and your grind is a lot different than going to work.
Right. It's a whole different thing.
Man.
It's
Like
eat what you kill, bro.
I had to, when I went back to work, I had to like tweak myself because I had to turn away from the entrepreneur mind and back to the 9-to-5 mind. That's crazy.
I can't go back to it.
It's crazy, man. Like it's crazy to have to switch your mind like that. And everybody doesn't understand that. Like everybody don't understand that there are two different kinds of thinking when it comes to going to work and then going to work for yourself. Those are way two different things. It's crazy.
Yeah. I've been on both sides too. Like I said, I would have rather work 70 hours a week for me, 40 hours a week building somebody else's dream.
Right.
And I've seen it.
Right. I said that before. Like when I was before I started working at Jeep, it was like this is people don't understand. Like I go to bed at 3 o'clock in the morning because I'm staying up all night doing flyers or doing whatever, and I'm waking up at 8 o'clock, if not earlier, to start my day again. Yeah. So there is no 9 to 5. There's no 40 hours. Oh, you work for yourself is easy. No, it's not. That's hard. But I would rather work hard for myself.
Wait, somebody told you working for yourself was easy?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that's easy, man. You working for yourself, you got it made. No, I don't have it made.
What do they do?
I'm making it for myself. What do they do? They probably had a job.
No, I mean like, you don't know what they did though.
Like what?
For a living.
Oh, I don't know. They just came to me for flyers one time. Like, yeah.
Man, I was out with my girlfriend the other night, and she it was like a work function. And one of her co-workers, significant other, started trying to tell her, my girlfriend, what to do with her life. Right? And she's got like a job and all that other stuff. And my girlfriend, like a boss like me, you know what I mean?
Right.
She's a hell of a promoter. She's great at what she does as an artist. Like she's super dope. Right. And it's like, I know what my vision is for her and her career. You know what I mean?
So what did this guy do? Like, why was he telling?
There wasn't even a guy.
Oh.
Yeah. She was just had all this to say with this much knowledge on who I am.
Right.
Telling me da-da-da-da-da-da. And then after it all progressed, she gonna say, well, I wasn't even talking to you. I said, if you talking to my girl, my queen...
Right,
you talking to me. I'm the king. Like, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She really got mad because I told her she's ignorant for telling my girlfriend she needs to have a backup plan.
For what she does as far as her?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
She is the fucking backup plan.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
That's because they don't get it, though.
No!
They don't get it. Like, they think because you're doing music or you're doing promoting, you're doing, like, this is just, that's just a hobby. You got to have something else. So you got to have a 9 to 5. You have to have a 9 to 5. That's the wrong way to think. That's backwards, man.
Everything can be sold.
Yeah.
Everything.
Right. Like, people think backwards. Like, I know it's about security and about establishing the future for your kids and having something that you can depend on, but that's not how it always should be. Like, how do people like The Rock and Kevin Hart and Jamie Foxx come from basically nothing and make themselves?
It's the seed.
Yeah.
Like, there's generational curses all the time. And then, like, I grew up in an entrepreneurial family, though. My dad was a salesperson. My grandfather had his business, so I understood what it was like. I knew what the nice stuff looked like.
Right.
I didn't know what the grind looked like.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, that's it. I don't like being bored anyway. So it's just, it's a breed. It's a cut from a different cloth.
Right.
Thing.
Because my family, like first of all, my grandmother, my mother's mother, she had her own store, like a candy store, like a corner store. Mm-hmm. So my aunt, Lenora Lily, had her own shop, her own store, Sunshine Sweatshop. Now my cousin Chiquita has her own store on the east side, and so it's kind of like in my I got other cousins that do the same thing. Like it kind of comes with where you're coming from. Like my father, he didn't really want to work. He was a musician. I'm a saxophone player. I'm not getting a job, but he had to get a job.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't. Because he chose to get a job because he didn't really want to depend on.
He didn't want to hustle that hard.
I mean, but he did though. He did though.
Come on, did he want to go to the gas station and sit there and play outside the gas station?
Man, this ain't New York City.
Man, come on.
But it's a different mindset. I know.
Come on now.
It's a different mindset though, right?
Come on now. Like, if you have a skill set and you know you really, really dope at it,
right?
God not gonna give you a skill set to not live off of it.
True.
Your gifts will make room
It's
for
that
you.
we don't trust it.
Your gifts will make room for
Yeah,
you and
that's what
put
it
you
says.
among great men.
Yeah.
But we don't trust that.
Right. Because look, my father was a minister, first of all.
Oh, that's dope.
So he was a saxophone player. So he was a saxophone player. He played in jazz. He had a own jazz
See,
band.
he could have went and got a preaching job on Sunday.
He did, man.
And
He
he could
did all
have stood
that, though.
outside and played that saxophone, waiting for people to put money in there. Like,
But you know what? You know why that was a problem though? Because the church, he respected the church so much that he didn't want to put. This was in his early years. He didn't want to put the church in that situation, in that kind of predicament, to say, "Hey, man, you can't do that, or otherwise you can't preach at the church."
yeah, jazz music wasn't really.
Right. Back in the 70s and 80s.
See,
so
now
when
that
the
makes more
90s
sense.
came,
Yeah.
he started. Okay, I got my own band now because it's more acceptable now that I'm a musician. I'm a musician regardless.
Yeah.
So that's when he did. That's when it grew from there. So he was fine after that. It was just like early. I'm a preacher. I can't be seen in these clubs. That's frowned upon in the church. That's just especially in the black church. That's just how it was, though.
See, I'm different though because Jesus didn't. He had to go all these different places to minister.
But you know what?
Yeah, isn't
they
it
don't look at it
weird?
like
Like
that.
religion is so different from the word.
I know. That's
like-
that's religion, though. That's
Wow.
religion, though.
Yeah.
But that's a whole different conversation. We could
Right.
talk.
You see what
We
we
can
can
go-
sit here and
oh,
do
yeah.
this.
Oh, yeah.
And that's my favorite thing to talk about is religion. Why do people believe in the
Man,
things
I
they
got
believe in?
so much to talk about when it comes to
Next
church
week?
and religion. Next week, yeah, I'm serious.
Okay.
Yeah,
Next week.
on Sunday, actually, I'm having Vince Siniceros come Sunday, and another person, Gina. So I don't know if you want to join us. I mean, we can pop it off then too.
I'm up for it.
Yeah, man. I mean,
I'm
it's
down.
like it's so much to talk about when it comes to religion. It's like some bad and some good.
Very bad, very good. Have you watched that show Greenleaf?
I haven't. I won't watch it, man.
Why?
I don't know. It's too much church involved. I don't know.
Man, see, the way I looked at it first, it's produced by Oprah.
Yeah, no, yeah.
And I love the actors and actresses in there. Season 1, 2, 3 was dope, and now they doing too much.
See.
Now they doing too much.
See, I don't want to get so engulfed into a show where it's so good, and then all of a sudden, you know what? Just like
That's
the first,
still good though.
just like the first 2 seasons of Empire, I loved,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden, it's like,
Yeah.
what? I'm not gonna say why, because this is a podcast that people can not tune in because of what I say. Why I won't like it? Why I don't like it anymore?
Right.
But after that, I was like, you know what? I thought it was about music, and I love music. But then it changed, so I was like,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I try not to get involved in shows that like music in church because they turn, and it turns me off. I get disappointed. I don't like to get disappointed, so I just stick with Star Wars and
Ain't nothing wrong with that now.
Star Wars and Marvel shows.
Black
So.
Panther up there.
Yeah,
like
Black
that.
Panther, Spider-Man, yeah, all that stuff. Yeah, my daughter painted that picture for me, so
Dope.
yeah.
I love the setup in here too.
Yeah, I try to
It's
get
nice in here.
a ambiance. Yeah,
I love it. I need to get my studio set up where it's like ambiance friendly
yeah.
because it's pitch black.
Your studio's pitch black.
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta have some kind of lighting.
No, the way I like to work, man, I like it dark.
I mean, I like it dark too. You see it's
Yeah.
always dark in here.
Yeah, I go in there, can't see, end up running myself into the microphone. I hit myself at least once a day as it is.
Right.
I'm too small and skinny for these type of injuries. All right, so we're going to plan on next time we talk religion.
Yeah.
419 grind.
But we're not grind. Yeah, we did it.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be back.
2020.
Yes, sir.
All right, bro.
Rep your city. Visit us online at the419grind.com.